Happy Thursday, everybody. It's time for the shop update here at Woodsmith. Dillon's going to talk about a project that's already done, and Marc's going to talk about a domino project, one where you start one thing and it cascades into a whole realm of chaos. So we'll get to that in just a little bit, but first with Dillon.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So Steve Johnson, as of yesterday, just finished up the Rennie Macintosh cupboard. I think in the past we've talked about sort of the inspiration for this piece came from a piece of furniture that Rennie Macintosh designed for a house for a private resident. So some of the things we have going on here, the construction itself is all rift-sawn white oak. There is an upper and lower compartment or door. He ended up using a walnut oil stain on the exterior, and then just did a couple coats of lacquer. I don't really remember where he was at last week with his progress, but I know some of the things that he hadn't quite finished up were the two doors. And so similar construction. The one down here, there's a little bit different element going on here. So the panel that sits within the door frame, we have this little inset or recess with mother of pearl little cutouts here. So I ordered it in by weight. A lot of the stuff is made for pick guards and fretboards for guitars. And so you can order it by the weight and then cut it to the specific size that you want. And so the interesting part about this is the shapes were all different. And so I kind of utilized the space that I had created for the door kind of as my guideline, and then the shapes themselves, I kind of cut them to create this shape within the square recess there. So, and those are just adhered with some epoxy, and then he went ahead and stained the grate that kind of encompasses this, and then he went ahead and stained everything on the outside. Luckily, there's some hardware. The two ring pulls there are actually called Macintosh ring pulls, and then the hinges we got from, I believe they're from Horton, which are nice. There's little to no tolerance in those. They're just a really nice kind of robust hardware. I thought it matched well with the piece. A lot going on. You know, the construction itself is simple, but the thing that I was kind of drawn to the most with this is just Macintosh's take on arts and crafts furniture. All the edges, there's a slight bevel on the edges going up here. There's playing with some asymmetry of the stiles and rails on the doors, as well as just the proportions of it. And so it turned out to be a really nice piece. I think that being said, we're going to move over to Marc.
Hey everyone, as Phil alluded to, I started a project and it ended up in several more. So what I'm doing in between projects is changing out some of the ductwork pieces for our dust collector to make it more efficient. So originally we had a surround here for this mitre saw, and I think it was from a DeWalt saw originally. So I decided that needs to go, and we're going to make something more efficient. We're going to change out the ductwork for that. So ended up tearing a whole bunch of stuff apart, which is on my bench. So instead of like 3 legs coming off, it's coming down to 1. So that should be pretty good. You'll see post-it notes around the whole shop of parts I've got to replace and make better. There's legs that are coming out that are no longer used, like that one up there. I'm going to get rid of some stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to make it a whole lot better, more efficient. So prior to starting on this, I've got a project wrapped up on Monday. If you follow me, we're going on a tour to the photo studio. So I've got the dining chairs wrapped up earlier in the week. Dillon designed a project. So these are the guys here. Now, if you checked in last week, I went over the construction of these. There's lots of angles, lots of tapers, lots of curves, so it's quite the challenging project. The legs and the stretchers and the backrests are all made from rift-sawn white oak, and they have been ebonized, and I explained the process last week. The actual seat pan is solid cherry, And as you can see, it's all been dished out. How I achieved that was with a grinder, with a wood attachment to it that just slowly dished it out. I mean, there's other methods that you can do to get that effect, but I chose the power tool option and the quicker option. So I think they turned out pretty nice. And if you go back, I think to last year sometime, I can't remember what issue it was that the dining table was in. I don't know what issue that was.
Nope, don't know. They all blur together.
So yeah, so those two go with the cherry round table. So once I finish messing with the ductwork and ductwork, making a mess, I'm on to the next project, which is a John Doe special. Bring it on, which is a workbench. So thanks for checking in.
All right, that's it for today's shop update. If you have any questions, comments, smart remarks, or requests, you can put those in the comments section below, and we'll see what we can do. See you next week, everybody. Bye.